I actually have a surprise for you, Ben, for this week.
Okay.
Yeah. So earlier this week, I called Pioneer Masters Theros Remastered, and you immediately you were so aghast at the thought. You couldn't. You were so like, no, it's not. This is blah blah blah. And then you kept being like, this wasn't it. Was this in Theros? Or was that what this wasn't? Was this in Theros? So I have a segment for you. Was this card in Theros?
Oh, love this game.
Or not? Which I will say is a pretty hard list to come up with because so many of the cards that are from Theros are obviously from Theros. Like I can't put anything. So just to give a scope of how much stuff is actually from Theros, I can't put anything that says heroic, devotion, bestow, monstrosity, because those would all be dead giveaways, right?
I mean, I didn't know monstrosity was from Theros, but let's continue on with the game.
So I'm just going to read the cards for you first, but I do also have an imager link in case you're like, I got to see them. So I have an imager because I was like, I can't let you look up the cards because then you could see what the sets are from. But I do have an imager link with the cards with their Pioneer Masters.
No, I'm good. I don't need to look at anything.
Okay. There are 8 cards on this list.
8 cards on this list. I'm so excited. All right. Are they all going to be from Theros?
They're all
that'd be a good bit.
Well, if I had known I could use monstrosity, it would have been a lot easier. Anyway, the first card on your list is Sphere of Safety. It's 4 and a white for an enchantment. Creatures can't attack you or planeswalkers you control unless their controller pays X for each of those creatures where X is the number of enchantments you control.
No, who cares? This card is terrible is my first answer, but my second answer is no, not from Theros.
That is correct. This card is not from Theros.
Yes.
This was originally
We're on the board.
Originally printed in Return to Ravnica. Next up, we have Aqueous Form. Single blue for an aura. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature can't be blocked. Whenever enchanted creature attacks, scry 1.
I think this card is from Theros.
This card is, in fact, from Theros. You're 2 for 2.
Yeah, I remember all like the sea Triton themey stuff and like the making things unblockable with the ordeals. I remember being tilted by that.
Next up is Retraction Helix. Single blue for an instant. Until end of turn, target creature gains tap, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand.
That is what was the format when we went to GP New Jersey?
Theros Beyond Death.
Theros Beyond Death is what that's from. It's not from Theros.
It is not from Theros. It is also not from Theros Beyond Death. This is a little bit of a tricky one.
Oh?
Because it's from Theros Block. It's from Born of the Gods.
Ooh, but not from Theros. I was right.
Not from Theros. But I think, in my defense, I do think I get to lump in Theros Remastered includes Born of the Gods and Journey into Nyx. Not for our purposes here, but in the purposes of my overall argument of this is Theros Remastered. Next up is Rescue from the Underworld. 4 and a black for an instant. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature. Choose target creature card in your graveyard. Return that card and the sacrifice card to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of your next upkeep. Exile Rescue from the Underworld.
I mean, flavorfully, this definitely seems like it would be from... This is a hard one. This seems like it would be from Theros. This has got to be from Theros.
It is. I wasn't expecting you to think flavorfully about these cards. That feels like cheating.
Well, but Theros was a heavy flavor set, right?
Yeah. Great, you're crushing it. Next up, we have Seed Guardian. 2GG for a 3/4 with reach. When it dies, create an XX green elemental creature token where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard.
It is not from Theros.
This is not from Theros. It's from Oath of the Gatewatch. Next, we have Sungrace Pegasus. 1 and a white for a 1/2 with flying and lifelink.
That's a hard one. I've never seen that card before. I don't think that's from Theros because I think I would remember it if it was in Theros.
Yeah, that was the danger of putting this card on the list. This is from M15, but I think... No, this was just like straight up in M15. How is that possible?
Got me.
Yeah, anyway. Next, we have Dragon Mantle. Single red for an aura. When it enters, draw a card. Enchanted creature has fire breathing.
That was in Theros. I remember that.
That was in Theros. And the last card on this list is Unravel the Ether. 1 and a green for an instant. Choose target artifact or enchantment. Its owner shuffles it into their library.
I'm like perfect right now, right? This is a big one.
You're perfect, yeah.
7 for 7? Say it again.
Choose target artifact or enchantment. Its owner shuffles it into their library.
Ah. What's the name of the card?
Unravel the Ether.
Unravel the Ether. I'm going to go No, not from Theros. I'm going to say like Ether Revolt or one of those sets.
It's not from Theros, but it is Theros block. It is Born of the Gods.
Eight for
Eight for
eight,
eight.
baby.
8 for 8. I'm impressed.